You thought you knew Diddy, right? You've heard the headlines, the drama, the scandals. Well, baby, get ready for way more than that. We're about to dive deep into the wild, messy world of Diddy's Hollywood life. And trust, it's not for the faint of heart. First off, let's talk about the infamous altercation with Usher. Yeah, you heard me. The one that happened at a Miami nightclub, the one that left the entire room whispering. Now, we know Diddy has an ego bigger than his empire, but this was next-level petty. Allegedly, Usher, who was doing his thing on stage, caught Diddy's attention in the wrong way. Some say it was Usher's performance, his smooth, effortless charm, that overshadowed Diddy's shine. Can you believe that? Diddy, the supposed mogul of the game, couldn't handle the fact that someone else was taking all the spotlight.
And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year. Hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle,
right?
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried.
What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
See? So what does he do? He reportedly loses it on Usher, throwing a tantrum like a child who didn't get his way. And it didn't stop there. Oh no. Word is Diddy stormed up to Usher, grabbing him by the arm and dragging him to a corner to give him a piece of his mind. The exchange allegedly got real heated, with Diddy telling Usher, "You'll never be bigger than me." Talk about a power move. But here's the kicker. Usher, trying to stay cool, allegedly wasn't having it. Word on the street is that the entire situation was awkward as hell, and people couldn't stop whispering about the massive ego clash between these two. But don't you dare think that was just a random tiff. Oh no. Turns out there's a whole backstory to this madness. Word on the street is Diddy's financial influence over Usher goes deep. Like, real deep. Back in the early 2000s, when Usher was rising fast, Diddy reportedly convinced him to jump into some questionable financial deals. One in particular involved a real estate venture that Diddy swore would make Usher millions. Well, guess what? That deal turned out to be a flop, and Usher was left holding the bag. This allegedly sent Usher's finances into a downward spiral. But Diddy just kept raking in the cash while Usher was left to clean up the mess. And if that wasn't bad enough, there are rumors floating around that Diddy's influence over Usher's personal life was just as toxic. You remember Usher's messy divorce from Tamika Foster, right? Well, some sources are suggesting that Diddy had more to do with that divorce than anyone realized. Allegedly, Tamika didn't trust Diddy and his behind-the-scenes antics, and she might have even warned Usher about the dangerous path Diddy was leading him down. Was Diddy using his relationship with Usher to manipulate him into bad decisions? Is this why Usher ended up losing custody of his kids? If you ask some people, the answer is a resounding yes. Now let's talk about the real secret everyone's been whispering about: Kim Porter's death. If you thought that was tragic, well, brace yourself. There are people who claim that Kim was about to drop a bombshell that could bring Diddy's entire career to the ground. Before she passed, Kim was supposedly working on a tape, a recording of a conversation between Diddy, Jay-Z, and a bunch of other high-powered figures from the music world.
This lawsuit, right? Lil Ron, he alleges that, Diddy told him personally that he had sex with Usher. And when you look at the lawsuit, even though they got Usher's name redacted, you could tell who it is because they described him as the guy that performed at the Super Bowl.
Right.
So, we all know who that is, but how you feel about that, man?
Well, I mentioned that earlier, that he said about Stevie J. The Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a certain feeling, and I felt a certain way when Usher got on Shay Shay, and I don't mean to mention other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business, right? I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation.
The contents? Well, let's just say it was not good for Diddy. According to insiders, the tape allegedly revealed some of Diddy's darkest dealings, from shady business practices to sketchy relationships with artists. And don't even get started on the personal stuff. Rumor has it Diddy had a lot of dirt on himself on that tape too, but just before Kim could expose it all, she tragically died, and the tape? Gone. Vanished. You know where I'm going with this, right? People are saying that Diddy might have had something to do with that tape going missing, and honestly, with all the power he has, it wouldn't be that far-fetched. Could Diddy have silenced Kim before she could blow the whistle on everything? Some people sure think so, and there's even talk that Kim's family is sitting on more explosive information than we'll ever know. Is it possible that Kim had dirt on Diddy that could completely unravel his empire? Only time will tell. But that's not all, darling. Oh no. If you think this is just about a couple of feuds, think again. There are whispers about other women who Diddy has allegedly manipulated over the years. One in particular is Cassie, his ex-girlfriend who, after years of being under Diddy's thumb, finally broke free. But before she left, she was reportedly given a massive payout to keep quiet about everything that went down during their relationship. Sources close to Cassie say she was done with Diddy's mind games and controlling behavior. And once she left, there were talks of her signing some kind of non-disclosure agreement that would keep her from spilling the beans on all the chaos. Like and subscribe for more breakdowns from us.